Welcome back, friends, to week 3, I think, of kind of go over which flight or airline I like to take better these days, especially for this trip to Bali. I think I don't want to leave you guys hanging, so I wanted to definitely talk about which one I would prefer for that long haul flight. Let's start with Cathay. It was my first time flying Cathay Pacific. I knew that it was going to be a really high expectations that I had for it. I've been seeing videos of them, all their hospitality, their beautiful aircraft, A350-1000 that I got to fly for the first time ever, which I was extremely excited about. The crew, as I mentioned in the previous videos, very professional, very homey, and they treat you like gold. They do. Probably one of the best experiences I've had with any kind of flight crew in the world. Cathay Pacific is number one, I think, for me. They are very modern. That's the word, modern. In their aircraft, like I said, the one I flown was the A350-1000. I love being able to see the over-the-top view from the plane, from the fin, and from the landing gear, to be able to see kind of where you're flying, how you're landing, and everything like that, coming into the city, taking off. That was super cool. The nerd inside of me is like, this is awesome. When I first saw it, I was kicking in my seat, with joy. The food was really good. I was actually blessed to be able to get the premium economy food, which I thought was actually really, really amazing. I did see videos that all these food from Cathay Pacific is made daily, so I know that this food is fresh. And I also did have the economy food as well, which is still very good. Definitely a lot better than I can say for domestic airlines who, even for a 6-hour flight, I'd be lucky to get a bag of peanuts, and they're not even good peanuts. But even on short haul flights from Hong Kong to Bali, I still got a full meal. So take notes, domestic airlines. Take notes. Y'all are slacking. Anyways, yeah. It's a very modern airline. I like the fact how the manifest is on an iPad and everything like that, so they know exactly who you are, where you're sitting. Made it very easy for when the supervisors came up to me and we were just having a conversation. It made it very personable, and I really like that as far as an airline goes. Hospitality, the way they treated people, just the overall vibe in general of Cathay Pacific, I would definitely say, definitely a 9 out of 10. Absolutely 9 out of 10. HKG Airport, Hong Kong, fantastic. There's so much to do you can do out there. I got to go to the lounge for the first time. My favorite is the sky deck where you can watch the planes take off. So that was awesome. And of course, I couldn't leave Hong Kong without having a fresh egg tart. So, with that being said, Cathay Pacific, a solid 9 out of 10. Now let's move on to EVA. As I said in my last video, I've flown EVA for over 20 years. And EVA has been nothing but consistently good. With that being said, their crew, always very professional, very elegant, just like Cathay Pacific. It's a simple airline, and I believe it feels very simple. Being able to fly into Taipei. And Taipei is one of my favorite places in the world, especially the airport, because everything's just so different at the airport. Every terminal, every gate is themed. I got my favorite foods there: beef noodle soup and boba. So, and of course the Hello Kitty livery. And I was finally able to fly it after knowing about it for 15 years. So that was really cool. They fly the 777, if I remember correctly, And it's a much older aircraft, and it feels it too when you are flying on it. You could feel it in your skin, because how dry it is. And when I was flying premium economy, everything feels very dated, because they came in with a paper manifest, not a digital manifest like Cathay Pacific did, which is fine. If it works for them, it's fine. Not a big deal. The food, I want to say EVA has the best economy food on any airline, whether it's a long haul or a regional or something close. Their food is fantastic. Is there premium economy food better? Not really. I want to say it was okay, but I like EVA's economy food better than the premium economy. Now, EVA I've known to be the most efficient airline I've ever been on. I've never seen them late, and when they do come in from a flight and I'm boarding that next flight, they're ready in 45 minutes. The entire plane cleaned and ready to go in 45 minutes. I've never seen a plane clean that fast before. So, EVA, very, very good airline. My only complaint is it feels very, very dated. It feels like it does feel like I've been flying for 20 years. Let's put it that way. That really is my only complaint, is that it just feels dated. And I wish they had more Airbuses than Boeings. But if I'm flying to Taiwan, EVA is definitely an airline I can trust, and that's for certain. I would say, because of how dated the airline feels, especially the planes, I have to give EVA 8.5 out of 10. In between the two of Cathay and EVA, they are very, very close. Like I said, they have their quirks, things I liked, things I didn't like, but I think overall I prefer Cathay Pacific, especially because I feel like Cathay also has a lot more reach around the world than EVA does. But EVA does have these really cute, really cool liveries. But over my overall experience, Cathay, I think, is slightly on top of EVA Air. That doesn't mean I'm not going to fly EVA. Obviously, I will when I go to Taiwan and everything like that. But God, it's such a close margin, I enjoyed both airlines. The crew, they're both great. The experiences are both great. The food are both great. Like I said, Cathay comes out on top because it's more modernized, I feel like. But thank you guys so much for sitting here, listening to me, watching me, talking about the differences between what I liked and didn't like about this Bali trip on the airlines I took. I appreciate you guys. Again, let me know what else you guys would like to talk about. What else you guys would like to hear. And remember, salt your food, not your life. We'll see you in the next one.